Imagine being dragged into court, not for money, not for custody, but because your own mother sued you for refusing to name your baby after her. And when Judge Judy heard this entitled demand, her response was so savage it left the entire courtroom stunned. You won't believe what happened when a mother dragged her own daughter to court, all because of a baby's name. The courtroom was buzzing with whispers. Cameras rolled, audience members leaned forward, and Judge Judy herself raised an eyebrow. This wasn't a case about money, property, or custody. No, this was about something far more bizarre. An entitled mother, furious beyond reason, had sued her daughter for one outrageous reason. The daughter refused to name her newborn baby after her. Yes, you heard that right. A grandmother-to-be had taken her own flesh and blood to court, demanding legal action because she wasn't honored in the baby's name. The daughter, exhausted from sleepless nights with her newborn, sat nervously at the defendant's table. She couldn't believe her mother had gone this far. The audience gasped when the mother proudly declared, "I gave her life. The least she can do is give me the honor of naming her child after me." Judge Judy leaned forward, her sharp eyes narrowing. Everyone knew something savage was about to come out of her mouth. The entitled mother strutted into court like she owned the place. Dressed in flashy jewelry and a smug smile, she wasted no time laying out her demands. She wanted the baby's birth certificate changed immediately. She insisted the baby must carry her name, Margaret, as either the first or middle name. She even claimed emotional damages, saying she felt betrayed and disrespected by her daughter's choice. The daughter, on the other hand, explained her side calmly. She and her husband had chosen a name that held deep meaning for them, something unique, something that symbolized hope and love. It wasn't about rejecting her mother. It was about creating their own family identity. But the mother wasn't having it. She slammed her hand on the table and shouted, "I raised her. I sacrificed everything. And this is how she repays me, by erasing me from her child's life." The audience gasped again. Some shook their heads in disbelief. Others chuckled at the absurdity. Judge Judy, however, remained stone-faced, waiting for the right moment to strike. Judge Judy finally spoke, her voice cutting through the tension like a knife. "Let me get this straight," she said, glaring at the mother. "You're suing your daughter because you didn't name her baby after you? That's your case." The mother nodded proudly, as if she had just presented the most logical argument in the world. Judge Judy leaned back in her chair, folded her arms, and delivered the first blow. This is not a monarchy. You don't get to dictate your daughter's choices like a queen handing down royal decrees." The courtroom erupted in laughter. The mother's face turned red, but Judge Judy wasn't finished. "Your daughter is an adult. She has the right to name her child whatever she wants. You don't own her, and you certainly don't own her baby. This case is not only ridiculous, it's insulting to the court's time." The mother tried to argue back, but Judge Judy shut her down instantly. "You want respect? Respect is earned, not forced. And suing your daughter over a baby name is the fastest way to lose it." The audience clapped. The daughter smiled for the first time that day. Judge Judy's savage words had turned the tide. With Judge Judy's support, the daughter finally found her voice. She explained how painful it was to be dragged into court by her own mother. She described the sleepless nights, the stress of caring for a newborn, and the heartbreak of realizing her mother cared more about her ego than her grandchild's well-being. "This was supposed to be the happiest time of my life," she said, her voice trembling. "But instead, I'm sitting here defending my right to name my own child. I love my mom, but this is too much." Her words struck a chord with the audience. Many nodded in sympathy. Judge Judy gave her a reassuring look and said, "You don't owe anyone an explanation for the name you chose. That's your child, your life, your decision." The mother, however, still refused to back down. She muttered under her breath about ungrateful children and lost traditions. But the damage was done. The courtroom had already sided with the daughter. Finally, Judge Judy delivered her verdict. Case dismissed. And let me make this crystal clear. This court will not entertain petty, self-centered lawsuits that waste everyone's time. Your daughter does not owe you a baby named after you. What she owes a child is love, care, and a future. And that's exactly what she's giving. The mother's jaw dropped. She had lost. Not only had she failed to force her daughter's hand, but she had also been publicly humiliated by Judge Judy's savage response. The daughter walked out of the courtroom relieved, holding her baby close. The audience applauded her courage. And Judge Judy, with her trademark smirk, ended the case with one final zinger. Next time you want to be remembered, try being a better mother instead of a dictator.